Hello everybody. Today I'm going to show you how to set up the VR expansion plugin for Unreal Engine 4 and the Oculus Quest 2. This is kind of a continuation on my tutorial for setting up Unreal Engine for Oculus Quest 2 development. This isn't necessary, but it does add a lot of useful features into Unreal Engine that it just doesn't offer on its own. This expansion did get an Epic Mega Grant a while back, and this is free to use with the MIT license in any game. Just as long as you credit it, you will be good to go. So to set it up, we'll first go over and download the main plugin at the repository. We're going to go through the binary option rather than using the first option, just because it doesn't come pre-compiled for Oculus Quest 2 development. So we're going to start by pressing this button, the code button, downloading a zip file, download that, and then I'll open that up in my downloads folder, or actually I'm opening up a WinRAR, but most of the time it'll download in your downloads folder. So I'll extract it to my folder for the project, which it does say that you should extract it to a folder named VR Expansion Plugin in your project name /plugins. A directory, and you have to create the directory if it's missing. So I'll have it on my SSD, but sometimes it'll be just under Unreal Projects, wherever your project is saved at. You can see it's go to Unreal Projects on my E drive on my second SSD, then VR Setup Tutorial. And I don't have the plugins, so what I will do is create a new folder within this called plugins. And then in there, I will extract that. So once that's done, I will go over to that folder and here it is, plugins, and I will rename it just VR Expansion Plugin. So I'm gonna take off that dash master at the end of it. Now the next thing you need to do is it says that if you have a C++ project, that you just need to add it to the public dependency module names in the build.cs if you have the code, but if not, you just add a blank C++ class in your project and it'll generate the solution file for you to build from. So with my version of it, with my project, I created it as a blueprint project, not a C++ project. And I have to create a blank C++ class. So I'll show you how to do that now once I get into the Unreal editor. So I'll go ahead and open up the project. It's going to ask me about these modules. Just press yes and it'll start building it. It shouldn't take too long, but it might take a minute or two to do. It just depends on how fast your computer is. So it could take a few minutes. Alright, so I am back from getting that set up. It'll ask me to manage the plugins. It'll show that it is installed. The only one that will work with this package is the VR Expansion Plugin. Do not select the Open VR Expansion Plugin, and do not select the Open XR Expansion Plugin. This is specifically for Oculus Quest development. So that's why you don't enable those two. You only open the regular VR expansion plugin. It'll ask to update the project file, and it'll ask us to restart the engine because it is a plugin that has to be enabled. You have to restart the engine every time you enable and disable plugins. And then next, we will go ahead and create a C++ class by going up to File, New C++ class. Just select None, and then just call it My Class, Create Class. It'll create this code, and it'll set everything up so that way we can go ahead and build this out in Visual Studio, and it should, at that point, whenever you build it out, be working here in Unreal. Once it gets done compiling everything, I will come back and I'll show you how to build it out in Visual Studio so you can get it fully working. Hello. Alright, I am back, and now that Visual Studio is open, once I created that C++ class, it just automatically opened it up here in Visual Studio. So what we'll go and do now is we'll go up to the Build menu, Build Solution, and it'll start building. It shouldn't take very long at all to do this, and it's already done. So it says down here, build succeeded, build 1 succeeded, 0 failed, 0 up to date, 1 skipped. That should have everything set up, and what we will do is close out of Visual Studio. We'll save and close everything in Unreal, and then we will open Unreal back up just so that way we can look and see if it is enabled. And we will do that by adding in a certain character class. So we'll go to VR setup tutorial, and then wherever that opens up, we will search for create blueprint class, character. Wait, actually no, that's not the right one. Let's see, blueprint. Okay, right click, blueprint class, all classes. We will go to VR character, and that is our VREP. That is our character. And then we also create a blueprint class of game mode. We will do this game mode specifically. This is built into the engine. Underscore VREP. And we'll name it GM underscore VREP, and we'll actually rename this C underscore VREP. So what we'll do is we'll set the game mode, the player controller, default pawn class. We'll go to the VREP, compile, save, and file, edit, project settings, maps and modes, and we'll set the game mode to VREP. So that will set that, and next time I will show you what I've done to create character movement with the VR headset and using the Oculus touch controllers. Thank you and have a great day.